Greetings Soulswind here and welcome to Let's Play Cooking Simulator Sushi DLC. This is one more episode in the special tutorial series, and in this episode we're going to look at how to prepare the ingredients for nigiri. So I have prepared a few of these ingredients over here. Note that we can always get the ingredients from here or from here. And to find out if they can be prepared as nigiri, hover a mouse cursor over them. Mango can be prepared as nigiri ingredient, so can avocado, but not sweet potato, or wasabi root, or zucchini, or red bell pepper, or carrot, fresh shallot, cucumber, and eggplant. So there's very few over there. These, however, kampyo and daikon, can be used for both nigiri and maki. This marinated ginger cannot be used for any of them, and this is only for maki. So we are able to get some of these if necessary, even though these may not need to be cut for the maki, but these will need to be cut for the nigiri, so be very wary about these. We're going to get some of those shrimps by getting one of these small containers and fetching some of these for us, the boiled shrimp. These are only for deep fry, so if you see the deep fry icon, it's only for deep frying. Let's go over to here. And ta-da! We're back with more of these containers. Not only that, we have a fresh group of these fruits that we can prepare for nigiri and one more jar of the daikon. So we have prepared some of the daikons over here, which we can bring over from the maki station, or we can prepare it just from the jar itself. So some of you might not have watched the maki preparation, so I'll just show this. Simply click here, hold the left mouse button to tilt the jar. We don't really see a red dot, so we just have to estimate where the jar pours to. And then, yeah, just hold the left mouse button to tilt the jar until it starts pouring, okay? And then the opposite direction to stop the tilting and therefore the pouring. Right click to exit. And that's about it. To find out more about pouring of ingredients and whatnot, you can watch the maki episode or the tempura episode. Note that there's a sticky container thingy which will stick everything with it. So we can use the scroll wheel to select multiple and pick it up. Okay, so these are not needed to be cut. They can be used. And for these, when we throw them into the cutter, they become the maki ingredient. So if you want to prepare the nigiri cuts, just simply put them on the chopping board and the cut type will be nigiri by default. So take the knife and then the first cut will already be there. Simply just click a few times and that'll be cut. The knife automatically moves to the next ingredient if there is one, and then spam click again and those will be cut too. Now that these are sashimi slices, we can then pick it up by holding onto the container, scroll the mouse wheel until all are highlighted, then click, and they'll go in automatically. It's the same for the avocado. Now that we already have one avocado container there, we may not want to have too many cuts. So let's only cut one. That's only for cuts for this, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, there we go. It's all topped up. Now for the seafood though. Sorry for the cut there, there was a bug. It'll be added at the end of this episode. We can then cut the fish. Note that for these though, they have two different types of cuts, maki and sashimi cuts. So enter the cut mode by clicking and then press the D key to change it to the sashimi cut, before pressing the E key whenever the circle is green. That would give us the sashimi cut. Don't worry about the other piece of the seafood, it only cuts the one that we're focused on. That will give us the slices that we need, and we can then use this to pick it up. There we go. Oh, some are already hidden below the eel fillet, which is kind of funny. Click on this and then press the D key to change it to the sashimi cut, and then press the E key whenever the circle is green, or we can spam it though. Actually, at least in the sandbox mode, I think it doesn't fail the cuts. Not too sure if it does fail in the other mode, but actually, no matter how fast we spam it, doesn't really matter too much. Just wait for the circle to turn green before pressing the E key. I think it doesn't really save a lot of time to spam the E key. Now we have the sashimi cut. This goes the same. So once again, go into the cut mode. We can click on the chopping board if we can't click into the cut mode for the piece of food that we want to cut. Press the D key to change it to the sashimi cut, and then the E key whenever it's green. I think that's better. Just make sure it's green because it doesn't really save a lot of time even if we were to spam. Again, I'm repeating that, but yeah. So once it's done, we use a container and then hold everything, or we can just leave it here, okay? And that is all for this tutorial of preparing the nigiri ingredients. So we are preparing the nigiri, as you can see here. That's a nigiri ingredient. So why is it the sashimi cut? Well, we are using the sashimi cut on the nigiri rice shapes. So like, we're serving them as nigiri by adding the sashimi cuts onto rice. So if we are just serving without the rice, then it is sashimi. If we're serving with the rice, then it is nigiri. So that's why there's a name difference, I think. That's about it for preparing ingredients for nigiri. This is like one of the easiest ones and also one of the most confusing ones. Why confusing? Because like, we're supposed to cut when the prompt is green, but I found that even spamming the cuts don't seem to matter too much, so I'm not really sure what exactly is going on. Then again, if we're always preparing ahead of time, we don't really have to rush because we can just choose not to pick up any orders and prepare some of these ingredients in advance. So we can take our time, which means that we can actually just like hit all the green prompts instead. Beyond that, it's really straightforward. So we'll end this here. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for now. Have a nice day.